Welcome to Mug TCG, this is Mug talking, and today here we have must-have cards before set 7 lowest time. And this is the first time that I'm doing without set 1, 2, 3. I post this video like every set, and now I'm not going to show Poe here anymore or something like that. So let's start here. We have Condemn. Condemn is a card that is amazing post-rotation. It's already play in some decks pre-rotation, but post-rotation this card is stupid. Like really strong. We don't have Entrenched anymore, so this, and I like more Condemn than Entrenched, okay? Because sometimes you play Entrenched maybe in a ground unit and you play ground, so now your opponent have like a unit that have +3/+3, which is bad for you. And we can see this come then a bunch of decks like Thousand, Mo, every deck that have like Villainy and Blue, you're probably going to play with this. So Troll, like every deck. So this is it. Here we have Empress Powers. I think this card is one of the best post rotation too. Like we didn't have too many removals anymore. Like we have some new spoilers recently, and just to be clear, I'm recording this after like all the spoilers. Okay, so I just keep this in mind. We had like the new remove that cost 6, defeat a unit, but this card is so strong in late game. Like you're not going to use this early in the game, only if you think you're so ahead in the game you can be more ahead. But against specific decks for sure. But this is a card that is not like Condemn that is going to be like in all of the blue villainy decks, but most of it, because this in the late game, sometimes your opponent already use a removal like a cost 6 to defeat your big unit. Then you okay, I have a carriage here 2/4. I'm just going to pay like 1 resource, then +6, and now my carriage is attacking for 8. And you need to deal with that. Sometimes it's late, so sometimes you have another unit to close the match like this. Like this emergency spell is so good, and I'm already seeing like this card getting the price higher. So I think it's a like buy this right now, okay? We have here no glory, only results. Yes, we don't have Fell the Dragon anymore. We don't have Vanquish anymore. We don't have Rival Soul anymore. So no glory can be really great. It's good to do like the take control of non-leader unit is good because you can do like with Chiwi and kind of stuff. But the main thing is like the removal for 5. We didn't have too many removes right now. We have that cost 4 now that. But you ramp for your opponent, and which most of the time I don't think you're going to, like, you don't want to do that. So the blue can be really good. Was already an amazing card, and now I think it's still good. I don't know if it's going to be better, probably yes, because we don't have a Vanquish anymore. So yeah. And talking about removals here, we have Nebula Ignition and Hyperspace Disaster. We don't have Super Laser Blast anymore. We have the new, I don't remember the name, probably in addition I'm showing the card right now. I don't remember the name, but it's the new Super Laser Blast. But it's red, so it's not like every blue deck that can play with it anymore. Like we need to play with red, or at least with the new base that is not that great. So Nebula Ignition, Hyperspace Disaster could be better now. Hyperspace Disaster, we still need to figure it out, like how the meta goes out, if we're going to see like a bunch of space decks or not. But Nebula Ignition could be better as a remove that we can play in every deck, even in Hero, right? We have Anakin Skywalker. I think Anakin is amazing. I know that this set, they want us to play with like out of aspect. I don't think all of the decks are going to be that, like going to do that. It's like just a feel, like Hera, like Agent Kalos. But Anakin is better because we don't have Luke anymore. We don't have like the best cards from set 1, 2, 3. So now Anakin is just better because he's still the same thing. Probably we're not going to see like a deck that it triggers in twice like all the time. But the main thing is that we don't have the best cards anymore. So Anakin is one of the best cards now. And maybe we can see the price going high because of this. Have Shadow Point, another removal, and this is just like Honorable Mention here because this is uncommon, so it's probably easy for you. Maybe you already have 3. If you don't, just go ahead and try to find the other one. Probably the price will not change too much. This is an uncommon card, but yeah, Shadow Point could be better now because, like I said, we don't have Father Dragon anymore. We don't have Vanquish anymore. So if you play with a Force deck, you're probably going to play with Shadow Point. Now let's go to command cards. We have here Director Krennic, First Light, and Chancellor Palpatine. The 3 cards can be more playable now. I think Chancellor Palpatine is a card, like, one of these 3 here is the most right now per rotation. But First Light and Director Krennic is really good with the new Krennic leader. And First Light, maybe we can see more. The plot is not that bad. Like, for the leaders that deploy in the late game, could be good. But yeah, Director Krennic and First Light, for sure you're going to play in the new Krennic leader. Director Krennic is a good card, is an A10 remove, actually Sentinel. So if your opponent don't have a removal, it's really tough to pass through this. You're probably going to like need to attack like 3 or 4 times to defeat this unit. And sometimes they just play this. Next turn they just play Craven Power, and there is another card that I'm going to show here. To like do 10 damage in something, so now have plus 2 HP is really tough to pass through this if you don't have a removal, because we don't have Waylay anymore, because Waylay don't... We have the Beguile, that is a card works like Waylay, but only can bounce cost 6 or less cards, so can't bounce Cunning. So it's harder to deal with Sentinels, and so a 10 Sentinel is like really hard to deal with. So I think in already seemed like this Cunning getting the price like higher, so just pay attention if you want to play with Cunning leader. You have Craven Power, like I said. Craven Power, we don't have Overrun Barrage anymore, so Craven Power can be really great. I think I'm not saying that every deck will play with Craven Power, like every green villainy, but we can see a bunch of decks with this, like Cunning, we have Vader, we have a bunch of decks that can play with it. So yep, this is it. I don't think we have too much to say. We just don't have a Overrun Barrage anymore, so this is the thing that we have for this set. We have the Invisible Hand. I'm seeing more and more Invisible Hand in the game, and not just in Pied anymore. I think we see a bunch in Pied for sure, because now Pied post rotation. Just to be clear, I'm playing a bunch of Carabasa. If you guys don't watch the gameplays recently, I'm already posting a bunch of videos with new decks post rotation, so that's why I'm saying that I'm seeing a bunch of Invisible Hand. Pied deck now have a bunch of droids, because we don't have the ramp anymore, like Resupply and Technician, so Pied kind of pivot for another deck. I'm not liking too much that list, to be honest, but it's what we have right now. And Invisible Hand is better because of this, because we have new droids and better droids than ever we had. So, and not just this, I saw a list with Krennic with Invisible Hand, because they like have this thing with credit token, so they just play Invisible Hand really fast in the match. And this could be really good, because every turn you can just like bring another droid from your deck every turn. And like I said, we have better droids now, so looks good. Here we have Victor Leader. Victor Leader is the same thing as the past. Like, it was already good card in Vader, and I think this card will play with more 3 sets, so can be better. Like, we're going to see maybe new space decks, so I don't know, looks good to me. Like when I think like in the future, I don't see that being played like besides with Vader. Maybe we can see that in the next sets, like maybe set 8 and set 9, I don't know, but looks good. I think like it's still a good card for Vader, and maybe Vader we can see more play now. So, and we have here in the hero aspect with green, we have Captain Typho and Queen Amidala. Captain Typho is an amazing card. 4/5 Sentinel, like, is probably one of the best Sentinels in the game right now. Now we have the new Syntacast that is amazing, because she can be a 4/6 on turn 3, right, in specific decks. But yeah, Captain Typho is an amazing card. And yeah, I think, and this is a special card, so it's kind of hard to get this. Like, you need to or buy the deck, the Padme deck, or just, you know, open this foil or hyperspace in the boost, which is hard. So I think it's a good, if you don't have, just buy now, because maybe we can see the price going higher. And Queen Amidala, the best legendary in the Seekers of Power, right? So she was already a good legendary, a good card in set 6, so set 7 could be better, because like I said before, we don't have the best cards from set 1, 2, 3 anymore, so she can be just better. So this is it. Here now we start in the aggression, and we have nodes integrations like Captain Tef. This is a special card, so it's kind of hard to get it. This is from the deck of Boba Fett, I think, right? Boba Fett from Jump Lightspeed. So, and this card we've seen more and more in Talzin and Maul. We have now the new leader, the All-Hasing. So this card is really good in those specific decks, because they just Maul being 1 damage into units. So if you use this, like, this works like a vanquish. Like, if you use your leader, right, you can defeat everything with this besides like non-leader, besides the leader. With Talzin, you're going to use this -1/-1. With All-Hasing, you're going to use this, then trigger the leader. So it's a cost 3 that removes everything with those leaders, right? So yeah, amazing card, and maybe we can see the price going higher, but I don't think it would change too much, to be honest, because this card is already cheap. But yeah, maybe we can see a little bit. Maybe it can be harder to find it, you know, because of this special. So not about price. Maybe you just need to grab this now, because it could be harder to find it. Have aggressive negotiations that just like the other one that I showed, like Shadow Point. This is uncommon, so you probably already have 3, but if you don't, go like search for this, because this card in Power Station is just amazing, displaying almost every aggression deck. Like if you want to play aggro, this card is just amazing. Like I know we don't have Surprise Strike anymore, so Surprise Strike was good because most of the time with aggressive negotiation, you're going to pay 3 for maybe 4 to do +4 damage, +3, sometimes +5. Against, like, with some specific decks, you can attack for more, like in Jean Urso, because she draws a bunch. So yeah, we've seen this in like in Boba Fett Yellow, we've seen this in Jean Urso and some other aggro decks. So this is it. Devastator. Devastator is amazing late game card for red villainy, even in decks that is not like Boba Fett interacts with direct damage. Like I played this with Maul, we can see this in Talzin, we can see this in All Hussein, so we can see this in a bunch of red villainy decks. And like I said, it's the same thing of all the other legendaries. We don't have set 1, 2, 3 anymore, so the best cards we don't have anymore. So now we have new best cards, and Devastator is one of them, I think. We have Charismatic. This card could be a legendary for 6 of power. Like this card is so strong. It's a cost 2. Have the hidden, have the benefit that is amazing, that creates spy token ready. I think this card will increase the price because this card is like really strong in almost every red hero deck. Like even if you play in space, sometimes not Luke Data Vault, but like maybe Poe, maybe the new Emphas Nest, we can see these carries. Even if maybe like in the transport combo, maybe we can play with carries in the ground because it's just good. Sometimes you just don't open with a space unit. Okay, but I still have carries. That is an amazing card, and this is a rare, so maybe could be rare to find it more, and maybe we can see the price gaining higher. Here we have Black One, and why I put Black One here? Because we didn't have like Green Squadron anymore, we didn't have some cards from the set 1, 2, 3 that was in space, so maybe we need to play with Black One even if you don't play with Poe, not even with the leader, or not even with the pilot one, because it's a 2-3 in the space that have this ability that gives +1 when upgraded, so you can just play Luke, pilot here, maybe Chewie, pilot here, so it's better than that just 2-3 vanilla that they just reprint, right? So I think this card can be more playable now because we don't have Green Squadron anymore, so this is it. We have here now the Cunning versions, and we have Arrest to start here. This is a card that we see like in sideboards of Palpatine Yellow, but maybe we can see more. To be honest, I'm not seeing too much in the Carabast, but I think we're going to see more and more. Like, this can just deal with a Chewie, you know? Like, you open and just play unit turn 1 in space, turn 2 they play Chewie, you just, okay, Arrest, I'm going to capture this, your unit going back to the next turn. Yes, but you don't have Chewie anymore, so it would just be like a 1-3 or 2-3 or something like that, and you still have like 1 resource. Maybe you can use your leader's ability or something like that, or just play a cost 1 unit. I don't know, you can do something with it, but this card can be greater. Here we have Liberated by Darkness. This is a card that we've seen more and more in Talzin in yellow. I don't see any other deck playing this right now, but I'm seeing this in a bunch of Talzin yellow and Carabas, and maybe this card probably is cheap. Could increase a little bit, but if you want to play with Talzin yellow, you probably needs to find this card. I have Troll, the cost 7 Troll. It's the same thing like the other legendaries, like I said, like the Anakin, like Queen Amidala. It's a card that was never been played at all, I think, maybe only in rogue decks, and maybe, I don't know, I think I saw some lists with it, like Talzin or Palpatine Yellow, but I don't like too much in those specific decks, like, I like Prioritration, you know, but now it's good. We don't have Cad Bane, that one that captures anymore, so this could be good. Can enter ready to attack for 8, sometimes it's clutch this. If your opponent don't have any unit, this card will enter ready to attack for 8, which is good. And not just this, sometimes you just capture something, your opponent defeat these, then you capture something else with your other units, so could be good. And yeah, like I said before, we don't have the best cards anymore. This can be one of the best cards now. We have here Venestra. Whoa, I don't know how to say it. Venestra, okay. We don't have Falcon anymore, so this is already unit for turn 2, but we need to use the Force, and I think Force is a strong thing post-rotation, so this can be really good. The problem, I think, is the color I don't think yellow is that great with the force, to be honest. But we can see new decks like playing with yellow right now. So this is it. I think maybe she can raise a little bit the price. Blue Ace is a card that, this is a rare, we're not seeing too much pre-rotation, we saw in some specific decks, and I think this card is better post-rotation to deal with space decks. 4-5 Ambush is really good. The on-attack is kind of whatever sometimes, because most of the time you're going to play with this with initiative, so you don't need to ready anything, because all of your opponent's unit is already ready. Or sometimes you just ready the unit that you're going to defeat her, you can do that. So Blue Ace can be good, it's a 4-5, like, they have a decent body. I know we have Stolen that can do this for 3, but for 5 with Ambush is already good. And we have Han Solo here talking about space units. We have Han Solo Pilot. We can see more and more of this deck. If you're going to play in space with yellow, for sure you're going to play with Han Solo. Okay, if you're playing hero, right? This card is so flexible. I think post-rotation we can see more of this Han Solo being like a ground unit with Ambush. Maybe, I could be wrong, but he as a pilot is already good. So maybe we can, if you don't have, go and find, like, buy this card. Here we have the Mandalorian. This is a card that, like, I need to be honest here, I'm not seeing too much. People in Carabas is still testing, the cards and kind of stuff. But I think this is a good card. Like, this is 1 for 2, right? Because this have Ambush, you for sure going to defeat something. And when this unit attacks and defeats a unit, you may choose enemy non-leader unit this unit captures. So maybe your opponent play Caloran back. You can just go, okay, like in the turn with 7 resources, you already expanded yours, they play Caloran back, you just claim, go with the Mandalorian, defeat the unit that Caloran backs brought. Because, yes, like, as with 7 resources, every unit that Caloran back can bring from the deck, you can defeat with the Mandalorian. So you're going to defeat that unit and take and capture Caloran back. Yes, you can do that. So really good. You don't need to capture, like, you can just defeat a low cost unit and capture a big unit. You can do this. So looks good. I think we still need to test more. Like I said before, I'm not seeing too much. This card probably is cheap because never been played before. So I think it's like a good risk just to buy this right now, and maybe this can increase a little bit if we saw this being played. Now we have Stolen, like I said before. This is a cost 3, 4, 5. It's really tough to defeat it. We didn't have Takedown anymore, so the only card that can defeat this turn 3 is Shatterpoint and the new removal. But the new removal is okay if they use it because you ramp, so they're not even going to play this card like for free, which is not bad for you, right? So they just defeat, you're going to ramp, this is Stolen for your resource, and okay, you ramped and they're not going to play this, so it's kind of good for you. So I think Stolen can be like better now, like, because we don't have to take down anymore, we don't have like open fire anymore, so they just can't use open fire and ping with something or something like that, which is kind of tough to defeat Stolen. So yeah, I think will be better. I have the Legacy Run, that is an amazing card where I had this with Troll before, like Palpatine Yellow, and now I have with Krennic, because they just can play Legacy Run, defeat it with Krennic, and now they just ramp because they create a card token and still did 6 damage. So really good, right? And like different from Palpatine Yellow to display, they need to play Legacy Run with 6 resources because Palpatine's ability needs to pay 1. Krennic don't need to pay, and you create a card token. So I'm not saying that is better because Palpatine return, like, you pay 1, you draw a card and still do 1 damage, but it's different, but looks like you can do this earlier, you know? We have here Super Heavy Eye on the Cannon. This is a card that we not seen before for sure. And I already posted here an Anthus Nest combo with Transport. So if this deck, I don't know if it's going to be a thing or not. I know that it's really fun to play. And it is strong, but we need to see if it's going to be something in the meta. But if this deck turns out like could be something, Super Have I can maybe increase the price because this is a rare card. So maybe you don't have it. I don't know. Maybe you just didn't draw open this in the boosters. Maybe you just didn't buy this because it wasn't a card that it was good. So maybe we can see you have been playing. I don't know. And here we have Beguile, just honorable mention here because this is a common card. So it's like you probably already have 3 of this. Like I said before, this is like the Waylay kind of nerfed, but you saw your opponent's hand. I still like Waylay more because Waylay can bounce everything. But yeah, I think if you don't have this, just go and grab some of this. So this is it. This is every card that I think you must have before set 7. What do you guys think? And you guys maybe think I missed something? Maybe Luke Pilot. I think we can see more Luke Pilot now, so maybe it could be a good card to find right now. What do you guys think? And say it here in the comment, and see you in the next video.